Yo, what's good, people? Been trying this again. Y'all don't know that, but I'm letting y'all know we trying this again. It's your boy J Esquire, and today, people, if you don't know, now you know. We got one of the designers from Stacey and Sparkle, Miss Sparkle Marie, with us today, man. She's gonna.
Hi.
She just said hi, y'all. Don't melt and stuff. Oh my God, she spoke. But she's a designer from LA, and up and coming, extremely talented. And when I
Thank
saw her
you.
work, I thought it was necessary that um, I allow her a platform for her to get her stuff to other people. So, introduce yourself.
Well, like you said, my name is Sparkle Marie. I'm from LA. I love fashion and art, and I founded a brand named Stacey and Sparkle about a year and a half ago.
Okay, great. Continue.
You want to know more?
Yes, no more. We're here for you. We're here for you.
Well, I got into designing, I would say 2 years ago. Well, no, actually, if you want to go way back, it's been a while, maybe like 6 years. I went to school for fashion design and I learned everything I could. Then I took that and I decided to take it serious and start a brand.
Cool.
And I got started off of Instagram. I started making stuff for myself and just testing out the waters and see how people would react to it. And I got a lot of positive feedback, and people would ask me for my email and like, oh, I need that. I need that. So that's like really how I got started. So I just started selling to people, and I figured, why not make this? Why not take this serious and make a brand out of it? So I took a step back and figured out what I wanted the name to be and what wanted my customer, whom I wanted my customer to be, and all that good stuff. So that's where I'm at today.
And I uh I want to pinpoint something you just said about how you took your time. Um,
Mhm.
it's so many times in the day, so much in this day and age, you see a lot of artistry that's rushed because people it's just about making a dollar and like
Mhm.
the detail. There's no more like intimacy within your craft. It's just like,
Yeah.
oh, it's a buck to be made. Let me go get that real quick before
Let me
somebody else go
rush.
grab it.
Yeah.
Instead of, well, I like this, you know what I'm saying? Let me try it out. And you're doing it because you love it, and then people are responding to what you're doing because you love it. And you're like, okay, well, if you know what I'm saying, if I can do that with it, I didn't know I was gonna get that kind of response. That kind of like
Mhm.
encourages you for real. And
Mhm.
then you know you're doing it from a pure place. But a lot of what I see today is like just people doing it for a dollar or whatever. But it's refreshing.
Yeah, or just to do it.
Yeah.
Like on social media, there's so many. I call them Instagram designers. So many,
Exactly.
so many, and it's like they don't have no passion behind it, and it's just something to do. I mean, it's just something to. It's just, how can I say this?
A trend.
They just, yeah, a trend. Perfect word. It's a trend. It's a trend, and eventually you'll know who's real and who's not.
Exactly. The
Yes.
reals and the fakes they're gonna separate themselves real quick. Um.
Mhm.
So, alright. So where did this all start? Like everybody has like a that one person or area or family member or something that inspires them to or had some influence on them. Who was that person?
Mhm.
And
I would say it was my grandma. She used to wear a lot of. I used to be so intrigued by her clothes, and they were all vintage and stuff. Well, to me, they're vintage
mm,
because she's older. But
yeah.
yeah, I think it was her, and then a lot of art influence because she draws and she paints and stuff. And I used to watch her, and that's where it really started. In elementary, I would draw, and I would enter all these illustrating contests, and I didn't I didn't think I was that good at it until people start recognizing me and I start winning stuff. So I'm like, and then I also love to dress. So as I got older, I was able to express myself through dressing. Some at a young age, I was really, really shy. So that was my way of expressing myself through dressing and art and stuff. So that's how I got started in high school. I would tweak my clothes and because I didn't want to look like everybody else. I hated shopping at the mall. And at the time when I went to high school, it was like street brands like Baby Fat, Fubu, and stuff like that. Yeah. Fat Farm, like all that stuff. And everybody had it, you know? And I felt like I need to separate myself from everybody else. So the only thing that I could do at the time was just tweak my clothes and make and wear colorful hair and shoes and stuff like that. And the school I went to, that was like intriguing to other people because everybody looked the same.
Yeah.
So then, as I finished high school, I start trying to look into doing more stuff with fashion. I wanted to be a model, but I'm only 5'5", so that wasn't gonna work. And then I wanted to do styling, but I felt like I wasn't able to express myself like I wanted to do styling as far as creating. And I decided I wanted to make clothes. So I got into that, and then I went to school, and I think that's how it all started. But the person who influenced me was definitely my grandma.
That's dope. That's dope. I think we all like everybody who has a passion for something isn't heavily into their craft or whatever has something
Mhm.
can draw some inspiration from something that they saw or experienced, whether it's
Mhm.
from a family member or somebody um, that was a family friend that they knew that they saw something they were doing that inspired them to do what they're doing
Mhm.
today. Kind of, I can relate to that. My mom so, and I have a
Oh, okay.
yeah, I have an aunt as well. Like, well, we call her Aunt Stella. She's really our cousin, but her and my mom are like sisters for real. So,
Mhm.
but she did she did weddings. Like she did made whole bridal gowns, suits for weddings, made stuff for the whole bridal party. She was wicked. Like, and
Mhm.
she still does it. But I think seeing that stuff inadvertently and not knowing what I was going to be doing now, and seeing that stuff and having watched and paid attention, and when I did, I took little things
Mhm.
from that, and now I kind of do it in what I do. So it's always like
Yeah,
yeah,
that's cool.
dope to have something to draw inspiration from. As for as for the designer who is trying to, what I mean, set themselves apart from everybody else. What's the best advice you could give them as far as being, you know what I'm saying, standing out and you know what I'm saying, standing alone.
Yeah, the best advice I can give is stay authentic, be true to yourself, and figure out things that are going to separate you from other people.
Mm-hmm.
Like whether it's whether you want to use leather for your whole collection or add leather to all your pieces, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you just find something that's you and just be true to yourself. Don't worry about what everybody else is doing because that's how you get distracted. And that's how
Exactly.
you compare yourself. So don't compare yourself to other people. Do your research. Do your research.
Say that again.
Do
Do
your
your
research.
research.
Yes,
Do your
just
research.
so you could know what to do, what not to do, and what to do because air can cost you
Yeah,
and slow you down. And you're gonna make mistakes. That's life. That's just part of
definitely.
the gamble. But just basically be yourself.
Yeah,
100%.
I agree 110% with that because um, our society is so it markets being a replica of something
Mhm.
and having a copy and not uh, being what you see instead of being who you are. And
Yes.
you see you see few individuals like, oh, you got your spots and your spots where you got the people who are trying to like set the status quo and step out and be that
Yeah.
change or whatever. But even with that, there's still some they still doing it the industry way and not theirs. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. I feel like everybody is trying to be different, the same.
So
If that makes sense.
exactly makes a lot of
If
sense.
that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's like, no, just you're trying too hard, and we could see it.
Yeah.
Just be you. Figure it out. If you don't know who you are, because it takes time to figure out who you are and what you like, and just when you do figure that out, run with it and be the best you could be. You
Def-
know.
Definitely. I agree like 110%. Like it takes time. Like when your passion is not something like you rush. You know,
Mhm.
like that's like when you have a like I have a son and like me having being a father completely like that metaphor allows me to understand what it means to nurture something and care for something. So
Mhm.
like you gotta treat your brand or whatever you love like your child.
Like your baby,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
definitely.
so that you know what I'm saying it can grow and be everything that you want it to be. And I mean
Mhm.
and not succumb to the pitfalls that society might have for it because you've already built a foundation that's not going to be
Mhm.
that you can't that can't be moved or that won't waver over time for real for real. So yeah.
Yes.
So when people gonna ask, like, well, how she designed when she got a collection coming out. So, when can we expect to see pieces of work from you, physical copies of Stacey and Sparkle?
Well, I am actually working on it right now, and
Hey,
it should be launching 2016 spring summer.
yeah, yeah, y'all
And
hear that?
another thing I want to say is don't rush. Do not rush. you know, because people just rush too much, and you can tell in your work.
Exactly.
So what I want to do is I want to take my time with this and really put out something that's fire in timeless fashion. That'll be here for years from now.
Yeah, yeah, and I think what a lot of people don't understand, like we see the and this where doing your research and whatever becomes key. When you go back and
Mhm.
study all the major designers like Dior, Saint Laurent, and
Mhm.
Coco Chanel and all them, you got to see like if you look at their work, the effort and detail that was put into their work and the time they took to build it was what
Mhm.
made their work what it was. It wasn't that
Yeah.
it happened in one day because if you look at their stories and their biographies, you know what I'm saying. That's not you can't accurately depict as to how they live, but that is just a summary of basically. But if you look at that, you'll see that
Yeah. Just
even
a snippet,
yeah,
right?
it's a snippet. It's like, but you'll even see in that snippet that hey, it took time for them to orchestrate.
yeah.
They started from the bottom for real, like you know what I'm saying. They went to school and they learned, and it was a process getting to the top. And a lot of people
Mhm.
don't want to take that process. They rather shortcut it and get the quick change real quick and sell. They'll sell their stuff for $1 as opposed to you know what I'm saying, waiting it out and building something that's worth having.
Worth more,
Yes,
yeah.
and has your personality and it's yours for real. Like they'll sell that stuff for $1, and once you sell your soul, you can't buy it back. It
Mhm.
don't work like that. So it's like, you know,
Very true.
so you, I really feel like what the society is missing is, especially with designers. You feel me? Because it's not a lot of designers out now, especially younger ones like us that are trying to um, are trying to really stay genuine and true to who we are as individuals and
Mhm.
and impact the industry. Like I know you from what it seems and from talking to you prior to, um, like you trying to stand out like a sore thumb, and I really feel like
Mhm.
that should be the standard for real, like not to fit in. You feel me?
Yes, right.
Not,
I always say I don't want to do what everybody else is doing. Like, don't put me in a box. Don't put me in a category. And that's why I take my time to figure out, get to know myself more, and figure out what I like and how I could incorporate that into my brand.
yeah, definitely.
And also have it to where people can also relate to it.
Yeah,
So everybody could feel like they could relate to this and be a part of it.
yeah, definitely. And that what you said was so key. Um, your brand being sensible. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
A lot of just we're watching a lot of Springs lines that came out for next year. Like a lot of that stuff, yeah, it was runway good, but it wasn't
Wearable.
humanistic. There was
yeah.
like it wasn't logical. Like I wouldn't like just go to the store and be like, ooh, I want that. Nah, I can't wear that. Like, where I'm gonna wear that to go to Starbucks and get some coffee? No, I can't do that. Like, you got holes all in the joint for real, and you know what I'm saying? It's an art piece for real, like. And I really feel like a lot of designers are they're not even, you can't even call them designers. You got to call them artists for real, because some of them don't even make pieces.
Because they're making wearable art.
Yeah, they're making wearable art.
Well, it's not even wearable, you know?
Nah, it's not. It's uncomfortable. Half the it's uncomfortable. Half the it's not even like they piece it together on the person. The day of the show, it's not even like finished product for real. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I always want to remain sensible yet stylish at the same time, and I really feel like that's aspect that has made the Dior's and the Saint Laurent's and Coco Chanel's, those names and those household names that started and built the fashion industry what they are. That's why they lasted so long. They've been there since like 20s, 30s.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they've been around for ages.
For a long time.
For ages. You know
and still doing so well.
Exactly. With them gone, you know. Having passed the torch, they're still doing so well. So there had to be some standard or prerequisite set as to where the people that were left in charge knew that this is the standard and this is what expected.
They knew not to change it.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, and you know, when you see something, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So it's like,
right.
I mean, you can make tweaks to it to make it better and expand, but your core foundation, if you have something good going, there's no need to change it, and that's important. And like you said, time is important, because time is what makes all of those things happen. What allows you the ability to make sure everything is right and make sure everything is precise and you got right measurements for what you want, and it is depicting your vision. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. And it's okay to sit on stuff. Like, if you have an idea and you're not too sure about it, sit on it for a week or so, or however long it takes you, and then you end up coming up with something new, you know, and something better. So don't just rush and just to put something out there, just to have something out there. Like, take your time.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, I live by that. Take your time.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's like, it's no reason. You legitimately have no reason to be in a hurry. Like, you can't fast forward life. We don't have click remotes, so like, it's not like we can pause, skip through this, we don't want to do that or whatever. It's not that convenient for us. You really have to, like, you can't skip struggle, and a lot of
you can't. A lot of people try to.
You can't skip struggle. Can't. Even when you try to skip it, you still don't skip it. So it's
going to just embrace it and know that it's part of your story.
Yeah, because if you fight it, it's just going to make it more difficult for you to progress for real. As opposed to, hey, saying, yo, you know what? I might want to just be like, yeah, this shit it's gonna be hard for real. Let me just go ahead and embrace it and like take on the challenge for real. I mean,
and then it's so much more worth it once you make it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, like,
because you know what you have to do to get there.
Yeah, it's a story. Like,
if it was easy, everybody would be doing it.
Exactly, and everybody would be good at it. Let's say that everybody would be good at it. There's a lot of people doing it that ain't good at all. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people. One thing I wanted to field a question with you about. And this is my dude. I'm a huge fan of this cat, Kanye West, man. Kanye West. With his the Yeezy season line that he dropped, I was confused. And I'll tell you why. Cause I'm like, yo, well, cool, I see your vision. Alright, cool, I feel where you going. Cool. But then when I saw prices, I was like, I don't feel you for real. You know, like, I don't feel you for real. Like, I don't understand my problem, and I think that's seeing that and what was done after, you know what I'm saying, just because of his name, it's like, I really feel like people get a platform and then abuse it. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to be yourself, unapologetically. Be yourself, be who you are, but still don't forget or to have that humanistic approach and realize, yo, boom, what was I at before all this was here? You feel what I'm saying? Like, I remember seeing Yeezy and hearing about Yeezy when he was at the bottom, when he was goddamn, like, nobody knew about this cat for real. But that's when he relied, you know what I'm saying? He paid homage to his fans like he did. And
Mhm.
but now it's like, yo, 2600 for a sweater with holes in it. That's
Yeah, but you know what? Somebody brought it.
somebody
So
bought it. Some, but it's crazy. Somebody paid for it.
trust.
Somebody paid for
Yes.
it. I mean, I'm like honestly, I'm all in support for, especially the African American community to progress
Mhm.
and to have financial success. But to an extent, I really feel like you owe it to your craft to do
Yeah.
it, not for the profit,
Mhm.
but for
I feel like he has a name and he feels that he could do that, and he knows what it's gonna sell out just
yeah,
based off of his fans, you know. And
yeah,
I mean, people, they, you know what? People probably don't even like his collection, but they just want that Yeezy piece
exactly.
because it's Yeezy,
It's easy. Just like who's
just to say they got it.
who is another. It's a lot of it's some like I'm very like picky. I'm a picky dresser. I don't like need a whole lot for real. I'm simple
Mhm.
hues. I can do a blue. Like right now, I got on some super skinny Levi Abercrombie jeans, like this
Mhm.
oversized sweater, and like these like a gray undertee and some Chelsea boots. Like I don't need a whole lot for real. With only range
Mhm.
for accessories. Like I don't need a whole lot for real. So
Yeah.
I don't plan like on. I'm not a complicated guy. It's like a lot of this stuff that you see high end is like nobody. It doesn't make sense. And you charging 3,000 for it. It's gonna sit there. Like
Mhm.
instead of not wasting that fabric or that product that you did waste
Yeah, I
inevitably.
get it. Make it on something that's
Yeah,
wearable and that you
exactly,
know is gonna,
exactly.
you know it's gonna be worn and
Yeah,
somebody's gonna appreciate it.
I mean,
I mean, but I guess that's the person's artist, the designer's vision. So
I mean,
I
yeah.
mean,
I mean, I
yeah.
feel you. Like I do it. Like I'm an artist. You feel me? And I'm like, because I'm a designer, I understand that aspect. I understand that variable for real.
Mhm.
I just really feel like, and I'm like sold on the fact that you like control everything in your life, and
Mhm.
you always know where you came from. You never forget because you came from that place. You pull yourself out of struggle. You grind and you trusted God to
Yeah.
get to the top or whatever. So you know your story. So the
Mhm.
fact that you know your story, it's certain things you shouldn't do. You know what I mean? It's
Yes.
certain actions. It's a certain level of consideration for.
Yeah, you have to be humble.
Yeah, exactly, exactly,
Mhm.
exactly. And we've all seen moments when Kanye was like.
So, but you know, Kanye's on a totally different level with that. So I ain't even gonna touch that subject.
Yeah, that's. I was on Kanye for his line. I'm a fan of the dude. Like I like some of his work. Like on the fashion. Do I think that's his forte? No, I would prefer him to stick to
Yeah, I
just
love
music.
him as a producer and
Yeah,
an artist.
yeah, and an artist. I prefer him that field. Now his kicks,
Yes.
I can't speak
Mhm.
on them janks because like most of the stuff he don't put out been wicked for real. Like
Mhm.
I mean I prefer his Nike stuff over Adidas, but I
Yeah.
mean most of the stuff he don't put out sneaker wise has been dope, but his clothes,
Mhm.
I mean, we gonna we gonna leave that alone though. We gonna leave that
Yeah.
alone though. So
We're gonna leave that alone.
but just to get back to on on track, having I think a lot of people are afraid when they're building their brand and making choices, life choices, afraid to lose people on that path
Oh yeah.
to the top. And how important is it to be able to let people go that need to go and continue to work and focus on your grind? How important is that?
That's very important because a lot of people would distract you, weigh you down, and you're not focusing on your craft like you should be because you're too distracted by them. So you want to surround yourself with people who have more than you, who are successful, who are inspiring, who push you to
Yeah,
do better.
yeah,
You know, you gotta. be around people who are your biggest fans, are actually doing something with themselves as well. So they get you and they get that you're not always going to have time. I know a lot of the times when I make myself unavailable on purpose because I don't want to hang out and I don't want to go to clubs and I don't want to party. I want to just focus on my craft. And a lot of the times I've lost friends because of that. And it's like, don't you see what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to make it. You know, the club is always going to be there.
Exactly.
Yes. So it's very important to drop people without even thinking about it. If you have to, you'll feel it. And the right people will stick around.
Exactly.
You're gonna know it. You are going to know it.
You're not
I
gonna have
had
to
to learn the hard way, but you're going to know it.
Exactly.
Don't let nobody distract you from your craft, or even just in life, anything you're trying to do, like any dream you're trying to reach, just drop them. Just drop them. It's okay. Like, you'll be so caught up in creating or whatever it is that you're doing, whether you're making music, whether you're making art, whether you're a chef, whatever it is that you want to do, you'll be so distracted into that where you won't even notice that you don't have no friends or you know?
Yeah.
And like I said, you'll meet some people who are in the same industry or are just trying to do something with themselves, and those are the people that you need around you.
Exactly. Exactly.
So anybody else is their way.
Positivity and positive and progressive people.
Yes.
Like if you continue to like people don't understand the the cause and effect thing. Like if you stay around somebody who's not doing anything, you're going to be somebody who doesn't do anything because you're entertaining nothingness. So you have no choice but to be nothing. So if you make sure you surround yourself with people who are always pushing it to the next level, taking it to the next echelon,
are already there,
and are already there, and continue to push themselves.
It's gonna push you to get on your stuff, you know. So
other
I'll
words,
just say stuff.
She like she we'll bleep it out.
Yeah.
But for real, like you gotta constantly be around people who will push you to the next level. If you're not for me, you're like not to say you're against me, but you are, and you're in the way, and I need you gone.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna like if you don't move willingly, I'm just gonna like cut you off, and you're gonna feel some type of way, and it's gonna be what it is for real. But guess what? You'll get over it once niggas make it, and then you're gonna try to come back and holler at me after you got your feelings. And then guess what? I'm still gonna show love for real because the kind of person I am, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody like that. Not everybody's gonna be like, you know what I'm saying, after they flee or whatever. Everybody ain't that welcoming in return. So they like, well, you know, I forgive you. Nah, everybody's not built that way. I mean.
Yes, yes, I totally agree. But what about those people? And it's the same. It all coincides with the people who want to ask you for a discount because they know you, they think you're close to them, or they feel like you're obligated for you to give them a discount on your stuff, or give them free stuff.
Yeah.
But that's not supporting, you know? If you support me, you're going to pay the price that I'm giving you. If I want to give you a discount, then that's different, you know? But I feel like people feel they're obligated to free stuff.
Exactly.
Because they know you.
You ain't make it. I'm free. You ain't make it.
It's like just like you would pay for if you have somebody who's you have a friend who raps. I have a couple of friends who rap. If they ever have a show, I'm going to pay for a ticket. Just like you would pay for a ticket to go see Future or Drake.
Exactly.
Why can't you pay for a ticket to see your friend? Just to support, you know?
Yeah, it's about supporting the crowd for real. Like, you can't say, you can't truly call yourself a friend. And your friend has a concert and you calling them for tickets. For you get backstage and stuff like that. No, I'm gonna pay my way in. So or give you the money directly. So you're seeing the bread for real. Like either way, I'm putting something in your hand because I want you to know I support you all the time. You feel me? Like, and I've always made my business and to be that kind of guy. Even sometimes I went out my way when I shouldn't have. With some people, you know what I mean. Some people we've done it. We've all had experience with Negroes that didn't deserve it got the help anyway or whatever. But
Mhm.
you live, you learn, and them Negroes don't get help no more. So
Yes, I get it. I've also had people try to befriend me because they know that I make stuff and they want me to just make them stuff just to do it.
like this
And
ain't
it's like,
yeah, this ain't it.
no.
And like people, I think that the misconception that come with designing is yes, I love to do what I do. I love to design. I love to create. I love fabrics. I love it all. But y'all understand, people, fabric, thread, pins, needles, all of that
Yes,
costs money. Fabric
it
by the yard
costs.
gets expensive.
Definitely, it costs.
It,
Even for me to just like sketch out some stuff, the supplies, the color pencils, the paint, the paper, it costs,
yeah,
magazines, it all costs.
yeah. It's
So you have to think about that, and even by the hour, you got to think about how much time we put in. I think they think it's so easy, and like true designers are not actually going to a place and getting stuff wholesale. They're actually making it from scratch. And I think that's what a lot of people don't
understand.
understand.
It's not wholesale, and I think people wholesale isn't bad. Wholesale is bad, but I think is wholesale is a scapegoat to
Mhm.
an extent, especially because and it's abused now in this time and age simply because you can send a print and you go online, design a shirt, send it off, get some stuff back in the mail, say it's yours, and niggas be
Mhm.
like, oh, that's dope. Like nigga,
Yeah, no.
you gave you had used some preset shapes and lettering that they gave you on the site to make the shirts and got it shipped to your crib. You feel what I'm saying?
Yes,
I apply all
I
effort.
know people.
Yeah.
Yes, I
I
know people who have these like boutiques on Instagram, and like they'll just get stuff wholesale, like whatever's trending at the time, and just throw their label on it, throw their tag on it, and call it theirs. And it's like,
yeah.
you did not design
Yeah.
that.
I can
Like that's just what's you brought that and
yeah.
threw your name on it
Yeah.
and you're calling yourself a brand. You are
Like
not a designer. A designer is somebody who sits there and makes something from scratch.
exactly.
Whether like you could hire people, like I have people who sew for me because I it gets overwhelming sometimes to do a lot of pieces at once. So, but I take them a sketch and it's something I thought of. It might be inspired by some stuff. Of course, we get inspiration from everything and designers who are already out, but I'm not going to copy nobody or say something's mine and it's not.
Yeah.
Give myself credit for something that's not mine.
Exactly. Exactly. Like a lot of people, like if you if you print a tee, I don't mean to sound harsh, people, but if you print a tee, you just go pick out a lettering and whatever. You're not a designer. You're a retailer.
Mhm.
Like Walmart. Like all these boutiques out here, like Foot Locker. They get Nike shirts.
And I don't know. I feel like black people, they feel like they have to design T-shirts or urban,
I don't. I just.
or they put us in that category. You don't have to be a T-shirt line if you don't want to be.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
It's a choice.
don't limit yourself because
Yeah,
that's what they expect from you.
yeah. And
Do something crazy.
it's to our fault though.
Mhm.
It's to our fault because um and this and we free chopping because I basically cover what I was gonna cover with you. We could free chop now, but um and I think really that's my vice with a lot of things when it comes to race and you know and dealing with my culture is that yes, yes, it's we live in an unfair society. Yes, the odds and tables are against us. You know what I'm saying? But
Mhm.
we we sell ourselves out because
Mhm.
we comply.
Yes.
We allow it.
And we don't believe in ourselves because they tell us we can't. But
We
you gotta
comply.
know you could.
We comply. We do it. We do it their way, and we make the dollar. Boom. Perfect
Yeah, why
example.
not push the boundaries? Why?
Exactly.
We live in a new generation where people have their own record labels, their own businesses at very young ages. So why not just do what you want? Don't do
Yeah.
what society
Yeah.
tells you you're supposed to do.
Exactly. Because if you own it, then they can't take it from you.
Mhm.
But they can take that 9 to 5
Exactly.
with the quickness.
Exactly.
You late? Bye. You
Exactly.
late? Bye. My mama sick. I don't care. Bye. I can't. She always sick. That's what they're gonna say. I mean,
Mhm.
people like you can't expect people's level of sensitivity to situations and life situations to be as potent as yours because everybody doesn't think like you.
Mhm.
You tell somebody, hey, I gotta be here and there. Hey, I gotta be somewhere too. But you scheduled for this time. Like I need you here. You know what I'm saying? I hired you.
Mhm.
You know, so I need you here. And that's what you got to deal with when you're dealing with that lifestyle. That's why when I came
Mhm.
on my 9 to 5 in March, man, I was not mad. I was like, look, I was look.
Yes,
I was like,
I encourage all you young people, be your own boss. Be your own boss.
it's a lot more stress free.
Yes.
It's for real. Like I'll
You don't
take
have to answer to nobody.
exactly.
None of that.
It's like I'll take. I think in a lot of, a lot of it is financial security, and that's a big
Mhm.
one. You know what I'm saying? People hate being uncomfortable, but it's
Mhm.
like, yo, you're gonna be uncomfortable at some point in your life. I'd rather be uncomfortable for a little bit, get my itch together on my own, then have
Mhm.
everything I want on my terms,
Mhm.
and then I can be comfortable controlling my own comfort.
Yeah, like that's what is uncomfortable to me is somebody hiring you and being able to fire you anytime. You know,
Yeah,
then
like
you're left without a job. So,
you then left
and
jobless.
then you're also helping somebody else build their own dream.
Exactly. And 9 times
I
it's not even a
yeah.
dream. It's not even their dream.
Mhm.
They work for somebody who hired them
Yeah.
to to push their dream. They're not even happy. So you're working for
Mhm.
somebody who's not happy. So they're gonna be an a-hole. They're gonna be a jack. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be a dick for real because they not really happy in their lives. So they're gonna be like, okay, well, I mean, I got some type of superiority. So guess what? They're gonna feel this itch real quick. And you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? I'm the kind of individual like I've known from the time I've worked my first 9 to 5 job to my last one that was not my lifestyle. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Even having a son here, you know, and
Mhm.
knowing that financial responsibility, I was like, God, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I got a boy to take care
Yes.
of, and I don't know. I you know what I'm saying, but I'm like, yo,
You
you
gotta
you ain't
trust.
built me. You ain't built me for this.
Mhm.
I ain't built for I like my I don't know what happened from my younger years to my older years, but I went from shy to like you're not gonna talk to me any kind of crazy way for
Yeah.
real. It's not gonna happen. Like it's not gonna happen. At this point I'm a grown man. So like if I tell you I be somewhere, I gotta be somewhere. I don't care what your company policy is. I don't care what your
Mhm.
absence policy is. If I'm sick, I ain't coming, and that's it. You just
Mhm.
gonna be out back. You know what I'm saying? And you got to do what you got to do. You handle your business then. I ain't mad at you for handling your business. He ain't showed the work. No, I didn't. I was sick. I ain't coming sick. I ain't be there coughing around y'all Negroes. No, I'm
Mhm.
gonna stay home. So if you, I can kill all that. Having to worry about somebody, having to answer somebody by saying, what am I really good at? What gifts of God
Yeah.
has God given me and advanced me as to where I can progress myself further. So
Mhm.
take that, sit, meditate on that, think about the things that you love
Pray
to do.
about it. If you don't know, I feel like we all have a purpose in life. If you don't know your purpose yet, pray about it. Ask God to send you signs to figure out your purpose, and He will. And ask Him to also give you the tools to be the best possible you could be. You know.
Yeah,
And it's okay to have a 9 to 5 if that's what you want to do, but don't make that your main priority. Use that to to start a business, you know,
exactly. Use
or
that
to
to
pay
advance yourself.
bills or whatever it is
Yes,
until you're able to just live off of your business alone.
Yeah, and I think I'm I do what I love because I love it, not because I'm gonna make money from it. Of course, it's
Mhm.
important to make financials. You need the money to continue to advance and enhance your craft. Complete
Mhm.
understanding. But if you're not doing it because you love it, don't do it because you're wasting your time. And then
Yes.
you're gonna get to a point where you're 60, 70 years old and realize that you did not do what you love. I don't want to get that
Mhm.
old and have grandkids and have and be a patriarch of my family or whatever and had to tell my kids. And so yeah, at some point I did something I ain't love, but eventually I wised up and was like, well, that's old news real quick. Let me go ahead and get my own stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Because you're inevitably now that I have a responsibility to my son to leave him a legacy. So
Mhm.
I can't do that working for somebody else.
Mhm.
Because all he gonna learn from working some daddy working for somebody else is that hey, I need to go get 9 to 5 too and work for somebody else too. I gotta go to
Mhm.
school. Like society has put us in a position that we're perpetuating a standard. Like,
Mhm.
okay, we're going to school, we're spending $100 some thousand to go to school, paying it back for the rest of our lives, and we're living check to check type deal. Like they perpetuate that cycle, they set
Yes.
that cycle in place. They knew what they were doing. They gave financial aid for a reason. Come on, they give you loans. They
Right.
know you're gonna have to pay them jumps back, and they throwing
They
interest on
want
them
us.
joints.
They want us to hold. They want to hold us back,
Exactly. So
and it ain't working over
yeah,
here.
for real. I mean, cause for real, people self-educate, read yourself,
Mhm.
get books
Yes.
yourself. You can learn just as
Yes.
much
Yes. You're
self-educating.
absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Yes, you have to self-educate yourself. Like in the time that you feel like you don't. Like I always feel like, or at one point in time, I feel like I don't have the money to actually fund my brand the way I want to fund it. But I could educate myself in the meantime and do my research
Yeah,
because that's free.
exactly.
you know?
Your mind and learning is free. That's not
Mhm.
something. If you enhance your mind, that's something. That's a sharpening your mind is a tool to advance you past other people. The more and more you feed your brain and more information that you relevant information that you feed to your mind, then the better of an individual you're gonna be
Yeah,
because
the
you
better
body
you're gonna
yourself.
be.
You body yourself.
Yes.
You allow yourself to be in certain environments that people wouldn't expect you to be in, and converse with certain people that people would expect you to be able to converse with or
Mhm.
carry an intellectual conversation with, and move in that area and that crowd simply because you self educated yourself. I could,
Yes. The world is bigger than the block. I always say.
yeah, definitely. The world is definitely bigger than
Go
the
see stuff. Go see
exactly.
stuff, and don't feel intimidated by certain type of crowds. Or just go.
Mhm.
Go for it. You never know what you're gonna get out of it, and it's all about the experiment. Experience.
Yeah.
Just go do something that your normal self wouldn't do on a regular basis.
Yeah. Ex- just just the point of life is to grow.
Take risk.
Take risks. Yeah. Risk, cause and effect. If you don't take a risk, you ain't gonna get that out of it. It ain't gonna happen.
Mhm.
That that's it. It's that simple.
Yeah.
If you never do
You
anything,
are never going to know what you could have had
if you never do it,
if you don't do it.
it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Um, I'm going to. We chop it. Look, y'all. This real talk. We chop it up. It get good. You know what I'm saying. If you want to watch a little video, cool. If you do, cool. I appreciate you for watching. If you still watching at this point, you good people because you care about what we got to say. But let's go ahead and line it up real quick. So when from talking to you, I understand that you really didn't have any don't have anything physically present yet as far as social media or a website as to where
Mhm.
people can see you actually see your work. So um like would you say your Instagram or have what would you like what would be the best method for people to get somewhat of an idea of what direction you're going in or like or what you are as a designer for real?
I would say my Instagram, which is spark your interest, and your is you are, or my business Instagram, which is Stacey and Sparkle. Either one, you could find me there. You could see a few of my sketches and just get an idea of what direction I'm going in
Yeah.
with this line and what I'm trying to do.
Cool, cool, cool. Man,
Follow me.
y'all people,
Follow me.
Look,
Follow me.
if you didn't get all that, her name and stuff is gonna be in the credits. Don't worry. It's like
Yes.
I gotta rewind it real quick. No, you don't. It's gonna be at the end. You're gonna hear it at the end. You're gonna see it at the end more so. But y'all, you know, we can talk all day, but y'all will be like, this nigga is out of hand. So I'm gonna chop it here. Definitely appreciate the time and you allowing me coming on this platform
thank you.
and giving me this kind of exposure. You know what I'm saying? And allowing me to use this platform to give you some exposure. I definitely
Thank you.
I'm
honored.
I look forward. Likewise. I look forward to seeing what you had to offer to to fashion, to life in general. Everybody, Sparkle Marie, y'all check out Spark Your Interest at Spark Your Interest on Instagram. Stacey and Sparkle, she has a page too. I get all that stuff in the links in the credits at the end. But it's been